Joining us right now, live from the Winter Olympics in Italy, he is Sam Farnsworth. Sam, Team USA pulled it off, man, a 5-1 win over Latvia. It's a good start to this tournament, right?
Not too shabby at all, guys. I think at this point of my Olympic coverage, you can say joining us alive from Italy instead of
Okay,
live.
good. Glad you're still with us, Sam.
My favorite part is that JJ can totally relate. Like, you guys have had to do that grind.
Oh, it's hard.
And then other people go, oh, yeah, it's real hard for you to go to the Olympics, bro.
When?
And I'm telling you. Like, the amount of 18, 20, 22-hour days that you guys do, it's phenomenal. So, alive from Italy, Sam Farnsworth, Team USA gets a nice one in the books. How did the team in red, white, and blue look on their first game, man?
Not too bad. So that first period, I don't know how much you guys watched of the game, but that first period kind of, it seemed like there was a little bit of some sluggishness to it a little bit, but they also I felt like they got robbed of a couple of goals. They had 2 goals that were turned back, after review. And so it was 1-1 after the first period, and it just kind of felt like, man, they sleepwalking through this or what? What's going on? But then the second period, they turned it up a notch. You're like, okay, here's this team that we've been talking about. Here's this team that everyone's excited about seeing. And they turned it on from there, and, of course, they end up with that 5-1 win, pretty convincing. I think we're talking about Milan, Italy. I don't know how many people paid to come here and then bought tickets, but it felt like a home ice advantage for the U.S. At first, it didn't. There was a lot of Latvia chants, but I think that was every other country fans that were there combining to cheer against the U.S. But as soon as the U.S. got going, the USA chant started to ring out. The Freebird was playing like nonstop, right, over the PA, and the crowd was pretty loud.
That's awesome. Great start for the Americans. Did you have a chance to also watch the Canadians start?
I missed that. I did go over the box score and everything. They looked.
The only reason why I was going to ask you that is because I was hoping to talk about the contrast, because apparently they were just incredible as well.
From the get-go.
And we're coming into this tournament, Sam, and you know this. Like, it's Canada or USA. I know there's some other teams that feel they have a chance, but you talk to the experts, it feels like it's going to be USA versus Canada. What does the USA have to do to find an edge against a Canadian team that is just loaded and stacked and is off to such a great start today?
I mean, they're going to have to keep pace scoring-wise. That's just the way I see it, right? You're going to have to score goals.
Yeah.
And, you mentioned it. You just look at Canada's roster and how much talent they have and all the goal scorers they had. I mean, it started with a Macklin Celebrini goal today. And look, they got to a slow start, too. It didn't happen until the last minute, I think, of the first period where they finally scored, but the Macklin Celebrini scores, and then just, the break line was cut or whatever, and, Nathan McKinnon scores, and 5 different players score goals, and that's just the very tip of the Canadian iceberg there. I mean, they are so talented, and I think the best way you beat them, yes, you're going to have to get into a shootout with them, because I think the weakness, if there is one with Canada hockey this time around, might be the goaltending. And so that's where I think if the U.S. is going to hang with them when it comes time to it, and they do, if I remember right, they do face each other in a group play. I'm going to have to look at the schedule again, but I feel like they do face each other before it gets to knockout stages. I'll have to double check that. Don't quote me on it, or look it up, or do whatever. Get Alex on that, But
hey, Alex, go ahead and send a tweet out that Sam Farnsworth says they're going to be playing this one. It's fine.
Yeah, but I mean, I think that's what it's going to come down to. Is just you're going to have to score a lot of goals.
Obviously, people are watching. They were waiting for Team USA to take the ice. That was a big one, and the women's team, of course, looking like they're going to be the outright favorites going into the medal rounds of this tournament. Across the rest of the board, we saw that Chloe Kim got that silver today instead of defending that the 2 gold medals. I saw the first part of it, and then I left my house. I go, she's got this thing wrapped up. And then she lost it. I know that's disappointing for her to get the silver, but that's a historic woman on the mountain. And I saw Miles Garrett, her boyfriend, there. Are they engaged yet now, by the way? Are they I can't remember if they're engaged or not. And if not, he better do it on the mountain.
I am not the relationship expert.
Yeah, if not, it's what everybody else is doing. You gotta get engaged at the game. So,
Right.
But Chloe Kim gets the silver. But Team USA started to come up in the medal count, man.
Yeah, they are, and we talked about that a couple days ago after I survived my bus ride back to where I was going. But yeah, we talked about that, how the opportunity for them to start making a bit of a climb in the medal count was coming, and immediately that next day we saw 2 medals in women's moguls. You saw a medal, Ryan Cochran-Siegel in downhill. You see Chloe Kim grab another medal. The medals are starting to come, and they're going to keep coming. I mean, you see some of these events that are coming, some of these speed skating events. There's more moguls events. The duals moguls, I think the United States are going to do really well in that as well. I mean, yeah, the medal count will continue to climb. We'll see if they can hang with some of these other European powerhouses, but the U.S. is still they're still gonna have a great showing when it's all said and done.
With so many Utahns in these games, we're following the local athletes especially. Clayton Keller's one, although he was a scratch today. It's kind of a bummer. Hopefully he gets some ice time with Team USA. But what are some of the local athletes coming up that have something big coming up that we need to keep our eye on so we're ready to watch when they do?
Well, I'll say this. I will touch on Clayton Keller really quickly here because, he was the healthy scratch today, right, and didn't play. But I feel like, and this is just me based off of kind of a few things I've been told around here, but it feels like there's still going to be a little bit of experimenting with some of their lines. They've got a really good idea of what they want for the U.S., and I think you saw a lot of that tonight, or this afternoon, whatever time it is over there. But I think there's still going to be a little bit of experimentation with line play coming up where you might see Clayton Keller get on the ice and get a little more time. Plus, they play back-to-back nights. They play Saturday and Sunday coming up. And in a situation like that where you don't want to gas people, especially before you get into knockout play, that's an opportunity where some guys might get rest. And where Clayton, I really feel like he's going to get an opportunity to be on the ice for, 15 to 20 minutes in one of those games. So I've kind of shifted my focus back here to hockey. And speaking of another local in the hockey, J.J. Peterka was on the ice tonight with Germany, got an assist on the go-ahead goal for Germany against Denmark. He's definitely one of the guys that the German team is super excited about. And they just, some of the guys that I talked to on that team, I talked to Leon Draisaitl about him, and he just spoke so highly of JJ. And then, Olli Mata, he's not playing a ton right now with Finland. I think he only played 9 minutes in their game, and then Karel Vejmelka did not play for Czechia. Like I said, it was probably a good thing, right? It's probably a good thing he didn't play in a 5-0 loss. Yeah, they might have needed it. And so maybe now it's his turn. Maybe they hand it over to him these next couple of games and he shows out. So, but I'm switching my gears to hockey now. We've got Hillary Knight, who resides in Salt Lake City now. She's going to be playing in the quarterfinals tomorrow for the United States women's team, who, as you mentioned a little bit earlier, JJ, they are just fantastic. They are so fun to watch. And so they're officially into their knockout stages now. And so I think it's, man, I know hockey the Olympics get people excited about some of the most unusual sports that you'd never watch, like curling or whatever, right? And we all suddenly put on the red, white, and blue and cheer. But hockey's got my heart here at the Olympic Games now.
Sam Farnsworth, KSL 5 Television. You've been working on a lot tonight. Obviously, I'll be able to see. I guess when it's 4 in the morning for you, we're going to be able to see some great coverage from Game 1 from Team USA. We're looking forward to the rest of the coverage, man. And you're doing an awesome job. I'm following every tweet. I'm seeing all the stuff that goes on. You're better. You're definitely better than Matt Gephardt. I mean, gosh.
I won't tell him you said that.
Oh, hey, listen. You got to. Yeah.
Hey, Sam, be careful, Sam. There's going to be an investigation.
Oh.
He's going to get to the bottom of this.
Trying to get extra moments to talk about the Olympics.
Sam Farnsworth asked Matt Gephardt investigate.
Yeah, Sam Farnsworth, is he stealing extra airtime from the rest of us? I'll have the investigation tonight. Well, we appreciate it, man. Get some rest, hopefully, and we'll talk to you again next week, and hopefully you have a great weekend, man. Thanks for being with us.
Yeah, thanks a lot, guys. We'll see you again.
There you go. Sam Farnsworth.